Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Demon Deacons will boot it away to start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The sure hands, it's White. No chance to run, but still a good game.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. With the catch, it's White. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some... Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big play.
Lots of running room. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wake Forest offense will have its first possession of the game. Catch in the middle, it's Hernandez. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go with the direct snap. Crosses the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Claiborne. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running...
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run. And the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab, it's McCoy. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. Second down coming up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Well, in a second and forever situation, they hand it off, and they're able to get a big portion of yardage back now to at least give themselves an opportunity to convert this third down.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here.
I tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. And they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of points.
They'll move the wide receiver. Going to swing it on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Vick. Tackled there by the defense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Right back to the well. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick strike complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
Takes a handoff. It's Claiborne. After the filthy move, he's got room. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hernandez. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. He wants to throw it again. Bringing the heat. It's complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The give is to Williams. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
The give on the inside. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's loose. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Makes the grab. It's Webster. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
Going for the marker on the ground. Turning on the Jets. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I'm not going to lie, that 4th down in medium range is really, really difficult. You want to play pass, you're expecting pass, but offensively, boom, you sneak it in there. That means you knew something. You saw something against this defense that you knew it would work. Great job by the offense, sticking to their guns.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looking for a gap. It's Webster. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Pulls it in, it's White. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. And he throws down the gun of the defense. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. He wants to go deep. He's got it. Touchdown, no! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. To the air on 1st down. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Noles will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got to...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
To the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Under fire. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Going to the running game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Brought down at the 50. Coming up, 4th down.
So the offense will go for it around midfield. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Hernandez.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grab behind the line. It's Vick. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter. This offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's 4th down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense breaks the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
Give to the running back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the 2nd half.
Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Blackwell. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Snagged in the middle, it's White. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in, it's White. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They go to the ground. Turning it on. Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it, Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. You decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better.
Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown Seminoles. And the route is on. They got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up by 15 over Arizona. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Vick. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to run it. Oh, they knock him free. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Downfield and... incomplete. The defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll ride Davis here, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Trying to keep this drive alive. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop it. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Backed up now here, second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten the rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side.
It's a seam wide open. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle. It's Webster. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead, because they've got big...